Good Tuesday morning, friends. I hope all of you are doing well. Um, this is going to be a little bit probably confusing because it's confusing to me. So let me just backtrack a little bit. I'm trying to piece together possibly what something has gone on. Um, as most of you know, I have not really been around at all for the past couple of months, just hit or miss. Around the time of the anniversary of our Heather's passing, I was dealing with some pretty heavy depression, which I've dealt with depression and anxiety for years. But as any of you that have been in that situation knows, a lot of times your medicine just gets to the point that it taps out, and it's trial and error to get something that's actually working for you. And that's what I've been going through the past couple of months. And I had some really bad situations, some really scary situations health wise. Um, I've talked about it a little bit on here. I mean, I'm not going to bore you all to tears, but I mean, I'm just trying to stress the point that online has been at the very bottom of the barrel of anything that I've been thinking of. I have not watched anybody. I don't have Periscope, so I wouldn't even know about this unless, um, it had been brought to my attention because, Mara and her friends and all mass reported me so much until my scope was taken down, and I just never fooled with, putting another one back up. So, to my knowledge, in all the communities, with everything that's been going on in the world as far as uh, COVID, and then the senseless murder of George Floyd and everything. To my knowledge, I thought that everything had been pretty quiet. Um, Nobody has informed me of anything that's going on BOYT or uh, Twitter, or other than what was I'm about to say was brought to my attention on Periscope. So I don't really know where this is coming from. And I will tell you tonight, I rarely get on Twitter. I maybe check my Twitter once a day, and it's usually late at night. Um, with the medications that they've been trying out on me, I've been dealing with a lot of vertigo and nausea, and just, it's not where if you're nauseous, and especially if you're having vertigo, you're not really reading anything online very much. Thankfully, in the last week or so, I am feeling better, but it's been a long 2 months with, going through this. So when I tell you I've not been around, I've not been around. I got a DM tonight from Carla, and she wanted to know if Anna, who goes by WhoCaresSMDH on Twitter and Scope, could contact me because I had her blocked and she could, did not know how to reach out to me. And I was very surprised by that. And I said so to Carla, and I said, but, I'm always open to talking to anyone. So, I will unblock what I think is her account, and, just let her know I don't get on here very often. And, if it's a while before I respond back, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I don't get online that much. So after that happened, I checked my DM, and I had one that was Mara. And, Mara, it's like she just can't stand when things are being quiet or something. I don't know. She just can't stand when things are being quiet. To my knowledge, just learned vacation with her family. I went back and looked on her YouTube page, and I don't see anything at all that's been mentioned about Mara or Anna or anybody else that's part of what, we call the misfits. So I really don't know where any of this is coming from. Mara had put up on Twitter, if I'm held responsible for what another adult did after we had a conversation, then shouldn't you adhere to the same standards and be culpable for the things that JL posts and does? No, I'm not responsible for what JL posts and does. And I put this on my Twitter. If you are too ignorant to understand the difference in what you did and just lurking being my friend, then you're just too dumb for words and I can't help you. You went to Corey, and I have the Periscope where you admitted this. You went to Corey, and because of your conversation with her, you encouraged her to initiate contacting our Heather. I have never gone to Just Lurking or anybody else and said, hey, will you go and do XYZ to so-and-so for me? Never has that happened. If I have something to say, I say it myself. I don't see anything that Just Lurking puts up until everybody else sees it. I don't know about it until everybody else knows about it. Just because we're friends, she does not come to me before she puts something up, nor would I ever expect her to. That's silly. We're grown adult people here. So that's a totally different circumstance, Mara, than you encouraging Corey to call and harass Heather when you knew that she had just given birth to twins. That's a totally different thing. That's apples and oranges. It's not apples and apples. So no, if you say something that pisses Just Lurking off or anybody else off, and they say something to you, that's between you and them. That's not between you and me. That's between you and them. And anybody with a brain would be able to tell that. So when I saw that, I saw that somebody had attached to it a scope that Mara had retweeted. And like I said, I don't have scope, so I had to watch it from the outside. Honestly, I never even think about going to scope anymore. When you don't have, when you don't have scope, you just don't ever think about it. But perhaps this is why Anna was wanting to know if she could contact me. Anna has got a scope up. It's 4 minutes long. And she's addressing me and Just Lurking and saying, if we want to dox her, just go ahead. If we've got her picture, just go ahead and put it out there. I have no idea what she's talking about. Nobody has mentioned Anna, Who Cares to me, in months. I have not thought about her. Nothing. So, like I said, as far as I know, Just Lurking's out of town on vacation with her family. So I don't think that she's even been online. So I don't know where this is coming from. I went and looked every place that I knew to look that she posts things, Just Lurking. And I don't see where she has said anything about you, Anna. And I certainly haven't said anything about you. I don't know anything about your information and who you are. And I mean, I'm not being ugly when I say this, but I don't care who you are. So I have no clue where this is coming from. I don't know if somebody has lied to you about something. I don't know if, maybe somebody else has threatened you in some way, but it's not anything that I know about. at all. And, I can't say with 100% certainty that, Just Lurking didn't post something, but I don't see it. Nothing has been mentioned to me about you. So, your message, I'm not really one of these that goes into cryptic messages. I kind of like plain talk and just getting to the bottom of things. And, that leaves no room for error for people to be wondering about what's going on. So you're unblocked, Anna, if you want to discuss whatever. I'm assuming now, since you did this scope, it says 12 hours ago, so you would have done the scope on Monday. But I don't know anything. I don't. Nobody has mentioned you to me at all. Nobody has told me that they know who you are or that they have pictures of you or anything. I mean, I literally could not even tell you the last time that I thought anything about you. And like I said, that's not being mean. I don't watch anything that Chandra or Carla or Mara, I don't watch anything that any of you do because I don't have Periscope. And furthermore, I don't even watch my friends online because I just haven't been around. I happened to catch the tail end of Boris's hangout yesterday, and that was the first time that I'd been in a side chat, and I don't know when, because I just simply have not been around. So I really don't know what this is that's going on. I'm open to talking to you, obviously. I hope that nobody has threatened you, because that's not ever nice. I've been on the side of being doxxed to death. And, I know how that feels, but this is just coming out of left field for me, is all I can say. Nobody has mentioned you. Nothing have I heard anybody say anything about you until Carla, DM me wanting to know if, I could unblock you and you could message me. So I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know who has threatened you. Like I said, Just Lurking has not been. I'm not sure when she's coming back, but I didn't see anything that she had posted that way. But it certainly wasn't me. I haven't had any information. Nobody has mentioned anything about having information about you. Certainly nobody's mentioned anything about having a picture of you. This is just all coming out of left field. And I wouldn't even be making this video now, except I really have no other way to get this out there to Anna. So, yeah. I think I've got your account unblocked if you want to message me on Twitter. But I really don't know what I'm going to be able to help you with, because this is the first I've heard of any of this. So on that note, I am going to close. I hope all of you are doing well. Not sure when I'll be back around. I don't want to say, oh, I'll be back and do this, this, and this. I had said last week or week before last that, I might have a hangout, and so people had expressed an interest regarding this George Floyd. And then I quickly saw that would probably not be a good thing to do, because people have so many different opinions on that. And, if you stay quiet, you're doing the wrong thing. If you voice your opinion, you're doing the wrong thing. I mean, everybody seems to have a different opinion about all of it, even down to last Tuesday when it was Blackout Tuesday. Good thing to do, and others were like, yeah, that's a good thing to do. So I quickly realized that probably would not be a good subject to talk about. But hopefully we can get back to having some fun hangouts soon. Don't know for sure, don't want to say and leave anybody hanging, but I do hope all of you are doing well. and hopefully we will talk soon. Bye, guys.